Okay, good day po ulit. And then, check na po natin ang ating cake Defi kung approve na tayo. Ito na po yung ating account verification status. Approve. Your identity documents and proof of residence have been validated and you are now able to use all cake services. And then, back lang po natin siya. And then, dito po natin makikita yung mga promo ng cake Defi. Dito po sa taas kung nababasa nyo. Ito po. Dito muna tayo sa Learn and Earn. Learn about and earn free crypto by answering short quizzes. And then, click lang po natin siya. And then, mababasa po natin dito. Earn small amounts of crypto to try out for yourself with fun lessons and quizzes on cryptocurrency. Akin po, na-complete ko na po siya. Balik, click lang po natin ulit dito po sa, for example, Defi chain. Meron po siyang 5 questions, which is, we were going to get $1 for free every correct answer. Let's click view. Okay, let's start. This on how you're going to answer this. We're just going to read this all. What is the Defi chain? Part 1. Defi chain is a blockchain dedicated to native decentralized finance where Bitcoin. Let's explore what it means exactly. And then, go lang po tayo. And then this is a part 2. Decentralized finance includes all the financial application you know from your traditional decentralized finance, for example, banks, with the key benefit being that there is no centralized institution you have to trust. And then go to part 3. What is Defi chain? Native decentralized finance or native Defi means that the Defi application on Defi chain are built directly on the blockchain, ensuring the highest level of security standards and a greater resistance to hacks. Okay. Part 4. Defi chain is a fork of Bitcoin, meaning that its core development started off from the same secure, well-audited and robust code based on as Bitcoin. As a result, Defi chain has good synergy and with Bitcoin to continue to have seamless integration of the centralized finance application with the Bitcoin blockchain. Next. Though Defi chain is a Bitcoin fork, the blockchain's consensus is ensured through a hybrid of proof of stake and Bitcoin's proof of work. This means that everyone can participate in securing the blockchain and earn block rewards. Okay, and then this is the last part of the first question. This is the part 6. Defi chain staking currently offers 61.91% annual yields with a stable coin price that correlates closely with Bitcoin due to the high liquidity on the decentralized exchange. This makes Defi chain perfectly suitable to generate a regular passive income. Okay, see quiz results. I get a correct answer here, which is, how can Defi chain be described in one sentence? The answer is, Defi chain is a blockchain dedicated to native decentralized finance for Bitcoin. Okay, that's the answer for the lesson 1. And then we're going to go in lesson 2. What is decentralized finance? Decentralized finance, Defi, includes all the important financial application you know from more traditional decentralized finance, with the key benefit being that there is no centralized institution you're required to trust. Decentralized financial applications include lending and borrowing, trading, asset tokenization, distribution of dividends, and more. A typical financial transaction looks like this. Sender, bank, receiver. Decentralized finance cuts out the middle step, making decentralized financial transactions look like this: sender, receiver. Trustless financial applications without an intermediary, example bank, enables true financial freedom for all, accessible and usable by anyone all around the world borderless without any gatekeeper. All decentralized finance must be open source by nature. This level of heightened transparency contributes to long-term security, allowing people to verify the code themselves without the need to trust anyone or anything other than pure mathematics. Okay, the last part is Defi chain already has decentralized trading functionality live and working with lending and borrowing, as well as asset tokenization coming in Q3 2021. Soon, you'll be able to buy Tesla, Apple, and more directly on the blockchain in decentralized way. Okay, let's top sequence result. I got a correct answer here, which is what is decentralized finance? Decentralized finance are all types of financial applications without the need of a third-party intermediary like a bank. Okay, let's proceed. I earned $1 here for the correct answer. Most DeFi on Ethereum, native DeFi versus DeFi on Ethereum. Okay, part 1. Most DeFi projects are built on the Ethereum blockchain, where applications run on so-called virtual machines. Unlike native blockchains like Ethereum offer greater flexibility for developers. This flexibility, however, makes them more risky for decentralized financial applications. When it comes to financial services, Ethereum uses smart contracts on the application layer, which could be prone to human errors and coding mistakes. In addition, they are simply not built for the function of financial applications, but rather a one-size-fits-all solution. There, the code gets compiled and has to run through a virtual machine. On blockchains like DeFi chain, the execution of the code happens directly on the native blockchain layer. No on-top application layer is needed. As a result, DeFi chain is perfectly designed for all kinds of financial applications and services. Performing DeFi transactions on Ethereum takes more than 3,000 distinct steps, each with its own potential attack surface. On DeFi chain, just a few lines of code are enough, making transactions much more robust against potential attacks, and DeFi chains. Native DeFi approach more secure. Different DeFi stakeholders have different preferences when it comes to security. While developers look at it from purely technical perspective, wanting to be as flexible as possible in writing their code, and users only care that DeFi projects work in their favor by mitigating hacks and malicious attacks. DeFi Chain addresses that by providing a secure and safe DeFi platform. Okay, the last one. The main benefits of native DeFi include consensus happens directly on the native blockchain layer. The transaction costs are low and the attack surface is low. Okay, I also got a correct answer here, which the question is, what are the benefits of native DeFi? Native DeFi is more secure than native DeFi because the consensus happens directly on the native blockchain layer instead of getting compiled and running through a virtual machine like on Ethereum. Okay, let's proceed. Lesson 4. Earn incredibly high yields. DeFi chain through various decentralized finance applications enables everyone to participate and earn incredibly high yields. Two of DeFi chains most important applications are staking and liquidity mining, which offer returns of up to 59% per year. Proof of stake or staking is Defi chain's consensus algorithm and is comparable to Bitcoin's proof of work, which is mining. The difference is that staking enables anyone to participate even without expensive mining rigs and vast amounts of electricity to earn new DFI blocks rewards like Bitcoin miners earn new Bitcoins. Liquidity mining is not part of Defi chain's consensus algorithm but serves the purpose of providing liquidity for the decentralized exchange. In return, liquidity miners get block rewards, making it a very lucrative endeavor and a win-win for everyone involved. Liquidity mining on DeFi chain even allows you to earn up to 59% yearly returns on major crypto assets like BTC, ETH, and more. Everything is done in a non-custodial manner, meaning that your money is always in your own possession and growing in your own hands. Okay, I got a correct answer here. So, earn $1. What are the main ways to earn incredibly high yields with DeFi chain? Staking and liquidity mining offer great and easy ways for anyone to earn block rewards up to 59% yearly returns. Okay, this is the next one. The decentralized exchange. DeFi chain's decentralized exchange is the cornerstone of most decentralized financial application in the DeFi chain ecosystem. DeFi chains DEX not only allows you to earn incredibly high yields by providing liquidity, but also really demonstrates the power of true decentralized finance. Being native DeFi for Bitcoin, you can send actual Bitcoins, which is BTC, to and from the decentralized exchange and trade them for ETH, DFI, USDT, DOG, and many more digital tokens. This is a feature unheard of before in the crypto space. Unlike most other decentralized exchange, such as those built in Ethereum, DeFi chains, DEX is not a website, which itself represents a centralized, vulnerable party, but rather an open source, publicly available app that can be run by anyone. Because it's decentralized, it can also be shut down by a centralized institution. The coin powering all transactions and trades is DFI, the native digital coin of DeFi chain. Since its launch, the DFI coins has increased by more than 15 times, offering more than 52.50% yearly returns and proving to be relatively stable even in bearish market conditions. Decentralized tax, loans, dividends, and more will be introduced to DeFi chain in the upcoming weeks, making the DFI coin a strong investment with a lot of upside potential that can serve as a reliable, high-yielding coin in any well-diversified crypto portfolio. Okay, we got a correct answer here. What is DeFi chain decentralized exchange? The answer is DeFi chains decentralized exchange in the cornerstone of most decentralized financial application in the DeFi chain ecosystem, enabling trading, liquidity, mining, and more. Okay, congrats! You've earned $1 in the DFI by completing lesson 5. We've got a perfect answer. Okay, we're going to try the another one. Uh, I'll just want I'll just going to show you. And then this the Bitcoin. Let's click it. View. Okay, start now. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin or BTC is the centralized digital currency that can be sent by one user to another peer-to-peer on the Bitcoin network without the end for intermediaries such as banks or any other middlemen. Bitcoin was introduced in 2008 and launched in 2009 by a still unknown person or group of people using the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. It is widely considered as the world's first ever cryptocurrency. People use Bitcoin for various reasons, but because of its permissionless nature, the original intention was to use it as a form of digital cash or currency. Anyone with an internet connection can send or receive Bitcoin regardless of where they are in the world. Furthermore, Bitcoin is considered scarce as there can only be maximum number of 21 million Bitcoins BTC in existence. This finite supply is what makes it interesting as a long-term investment since supply is limited but demand is likely to grow. Instead of digital cash, the Bitcoin narrative has shifted more towards serving as a store of value. In fact, it has been nicknamed by many as digital gold. This is due to its censorship resistant and scarce nature, combining the best attributes of gold in the digital world. Are you always required to purchase at least one Bitcoin? The answer is no. A unit of Bitcoin is divisible to 8 decimal places, 100 millions of one Bitcoin. Hence, it can be purchased in smaller units called as a Satoshi, which, as you might have already guessed, was named a homage to Bitcoin's creators, Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, the question here, which of the following best describe Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency which was created by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008. Anyone with an internet connection can either send or receive it as a form of payment, but it can also be used as a store of value. It is the world's first ever cryptocurrency. Okay, let's proceed. How does Bitcoin work? To understand how the Bitcoin network works, it is important to understand the various concepts of components that ties it all up together. So let's start with blockchain technology. Simply put, a blockchain is a shared public ledger that exists and is digitally distributed across a network. The entire Bitcoin network relies on the technology to record the history of every Bitcoin transaction in a transparent, immutable, event-only, and decentralized manner. Bitcoin also uses a peer-to-peer network, public key, cryptography, and a proof of work consensus mechanism to process and verify transactions. In Lesson 1, we briefly mentioned that Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer digital currency. As such, users who want to exchange Bitcoin with others on the Bitcoin network do not require the approval or assistance of intermediaries to execute and verify transactions. How are Bitcoin transactions verified? This is done by network nodes, decentralized computers, by a small code public key cryptography. What is it? It's a type of cryptography, a system of encoding and decoding of data that uses pairs of keys, one public key and one private key. What happened to these verified transactions? They are recorded as blocks on the blockchain. In the Bitcoin network, participants called miners compete to append these blocks. Proof of work is the consensus mechanism used to confirm that these miners calculate valid alphanumeric codes called hashes to verify Bitcoin transactions and the next block to the blockchain. We will further dive into this concept later on, but in summary, it is by utilizing this concept and components that the Bitcoin network is able to provide a fast and reliable payment network that anyone can use. How does Bitcoin work? To be more specific, with these various concepts and components coming together, Bitcoin network users are able to benefit from but not limited to the following advantages. Payment freedom: users can send and receive Bitcoin anywhere and anytime. The transactions are relatively fast too. Secure and control: Bitcoin transactions are secure, transparent, and irreversible. Pseudonymity: the network does not require any ID, which makes it suitable for the unbanked and the privacy consent conscious. Censorship resistance: nobody is able to block or freeze a transaction of any amount. Okay, the question here: which of the following is the simplest way to describe how Bitcoin works? The Bitcoin network allows users to send and receive Bitcoins in a peer-to-peer manner and without any central authority involved. These transactions are verified by nodes and are recorded as blocks on the blockchain. Miners compete to append these blocks, are given rewards if successful. Okay, let's proceed. What is Bitcoin? Similar to other cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is created, distributed, traded, and stored with the use of a decentralized public ledger system known as a blockchain. And as mentioned in previous lessons, the Bitcoin network relies on this technology to verify and record all Bitcoin transactions in a secure, transparent, and immutable manner with no central authority involved. Blockchains are a type of distributed ledger technology, DLT. As such, it can simply be defined as a digital system that records, shares, and synchronizes transactions across multiple independent computers in different locations at the same time. Besides blockchains, the following are also considered as DLTs: hash graph, directed acyclic graph or DAG, holochain, tempo or radix, Cerberus. Bitcoin transactions are recorded as a chain of blocks with each block containing a collection of valid Bitcoin transactions and a hash, valid alphanumeric codes of the previous block up to the genesis block in the chain. Blockchain technology helps secure Bitcoin transactions because each network node that runs the blockchain has the same list of blocks and transactions and can transparently see these new blocks as they are filled with new transactions. Hence, it is highly unlikely that anyone can cheat the system. This approach also prevents double spending, which occurs when a user attempts to use the same unit of Bitcoin more than once. How is it prevented? Transactions verified by miners are irreversible, final, and cannot be modified. Hence, the potential of a double spend occurring in the Bitcoin network is highly unlikely. Okay, the question here: how does blockchain technology secure Bitcoin transactions? Bitcoin transactions are recorded as a chain of blocks, which is block containing a collection of valid Bitcoin transactions and a hash of the previous block of the genesis block in the chain. Okay, go to lesson 4. How does Bitcoin mining work? To further understand what Bitcoin mining is, it is important to be familiar with time stamping. Simply put, time stamping is a way of proving that something occurred at a particular time. To form a distributed timestamp server, a linked list of blocks of data to be timestamped and broadcasted publicly as a peer-to-peer network. the Bitcoin network uses as a proof of work or POW system, the work is often referred to as Bitcoin mining. To further understand the connection between Bitcoin mining and POW, we must always remember that in the Bitcoin network, a new block minting must contain a POW to be accepted by the rest of the network. POW requires miners to find a number called a nonce, an arbitrary number that can only be used once, such what when the block contained is hassled along with the nonce, that the result is numerically smaller than the network's difficulty target. If the mining process comes across as difficult to understand, well, that's because it's really a complex process, particularly the math involved in it. That's why some miners invest in expensive mining rings to have higher chances of solving the equations that blockchain generates. Some miners also cooperate by combining their computational resource to gain an added advantage over their other miners. This is called a mining pool. As compensation for putting in network and for assembling a block of transactions that is accepted and verified by other miners, the successful miner or pool of miners receive block rewards and transaction fees, both in the form of bitcoins. Although it may seem that miners are only motivated by the rewards that they may potentially receive, they actually play an important role in the Bitcoin network as they keep the blockchain consistent, complete, and unalterable. All in POW alongside with the chaining of blocks makes modifications of the blockchain extremely hard, hence making the Bitcoin network secure and less prone to malicious attacks. And then see quiz result. Okay, the question here, what is the main benefit of mining and the POW system to the Bitcoin network? The answer is POW alongside the chaining of blocks makes modifications of the blockchain extremely hard, hence making the Bitcoin network secure and less prone to malicious attacks. Let's go to lesson 5. How do you make money with Bitcoin? After having a good understanding of what Bitcoin is and how the Bitcoin network works, we'll now discuss how most people make money with Bitcoin. As mentioned in Lesson 1, Bitcoin is considered by some as a digital currency, which can be traded and as a store of value, which can transfer purchasing power into the future. Generally, short-term investors prefer trading, as the word implies. It is the act of buying and selling bitcoins with the aim of making a profit on daily market price changes. Trading is most conducted on a cryptocurrency exchange, which is an online marketplace where users buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency. However, if you're a long-time term investor, you must definitely consider lending and liquidity mining. What is lending? It is simply the act of lending your bitcoins to institutional partners for a guaranteed return of your asset. Example, the bitcoins that you lent plus interest. As a technical intermediary, Cake Defi is able to offer a lending rate up to 6.5% per annum, one of the highest in the industry, and provide transparency and insurance through our partnership with Singapore-based options trading platform Sparrow. So check it out. What is liquidity mining? Basically, it is the process of providing liquidity to a liquidity pool in order to facilitate trading on a decentralized exchange, or what we call DEX or DEX. If you own Bitcoin, you may provide liquidity to the BTC DFI liquidity pool that Cake Defi provides access to. The annual percentage rate APR for this particular pool is currently at 49.3%, so check it out. At Cake Defi, you may also choose to swap your Bitcoin for DFI, the native cryptocurrency of the Defi chain blockchain. The FI can be staked and as such validate that transaction on the Defi chain blockchain. For this service, participants receive rewards of around 52.50% annual percentage yield or APY. You can also double your rewards if you opt to kick Defi's freezer product and lock it your DFI for 120 months. So check it out. All in all, rather than just hodling, Cake Defi offers Bitcoin owners a more secure and transparent means of earning a passive income. So, what are you waiting for? Check out our lending, liquidity mining, and staking products and start baking those Bitcoins into cash flow generating assets. Happy baking. Okay, we're going to see our sequence result. Which of the following products provide long-time Bitcoin investors with amazing rewards? Okay, it's all of the above, which is what I've been numerate a while ago. Okay, it's complete. And then close. Okay, in answering Defi chain and Bitcoin, we earned $5 and $5, total of $10. I just read it also. You see in yourself that it's true that upon answering every question, you're going to earn $1, and also you can secure your answer to for you to be able to get the right answer. I provide the right answer, or you can read it all by yourself. Okay, total assets worth of USD 10 allocated 10 USD. Okay, we have 10 USD in total for free. That's why CakeDip is very good upon signing up and then validating KYC. We're just going to answer 10 questions and we're going to get $1 every correct answer. Okay, another ways of earning here in Depi Cake. Easter egg hunt. Earn unlimited rewards with your bodies and Easter. Okay, here we go. Refer a friend and enjoy an extra $10 on top up of the current referral payouts. Each successful referral account verified with a minimum $50 allocated for 28 days into lending or into the 30-day freezer earns the referrer $20 and the referee $40, but the FI. Okay, here if we're going to see here our referral code. If you're going to refer or invite somebody, where you're just going to get here and then reveal. You may copy that, or you can copy the URL. I'm going to put my code in the description box and the link and the explanation about Depi Cake, so you can use it as you want to. And then here you can see your referrals, your total referral. For example, me, I got 1 referral. Okay, I already have 3 referrals. Deprecate is just like that. It's very generous. They're giving $10. You can explore your wallet. For example, click asset here, and then if you click Bitcoin, this is very easy to use. For example, buy, deposit, swap, withdraw. That's the way it is. You just have to click it. It's easy. For example, this one, you can click buy, you click deposit, or you click, for example, I'm going to click withdraw. Okay, this one, I'm just going to put the Defi destination address here and then click withdraw. For example, in Victrex, we have a Defi. It's easy. Okay, let me clear some sort of things here about Easter egg hunt. Earn unlimited rewards with your buddies with Easter, because this is very important for us to be able to earn more. If you have time, you can invite your loved ones or neighborhood or anyone who can you believe that can verify their identity, because let's read it again. This is very important. We can earn a lot of money from here. Refer a friend and enjoy an extra $10 on top up of the current referral payouts. Each successful referral account verified with a minimum $50 allocated for 28 days into lending or into the 30-day preserve, which meaning to say that if you're invite verified their account and then they deposit $50 for the very first time and then allocate for 28 days into lending or 30-day freezer, the referrer will earn $20 and the referee $40, both in the FI. There's a big bonus here in Cake Defi, such like other platform like Abra. So guys, let's grab this. This is just is this is for today, and I'm going to put the link and explanation about Cake Defi in box below. Just kindly read it, and if you have any questions, clarifications, concern about Cake Defi or anything you want to tell, just comment in our comment section, and I am gladly to assist you and answer all those questions as I can. Do not forget to use my code. Thank you very much. But before anything else, kindly don't forget to click like, subscribe, and notification bell. Thank you very much. Until next time, keep safe. God bless.